Hi all, welcome to my new little video here. Right, I've hopefully followed me on this, making this beautiful tweed jacket. There's two of them I've got to make for a client, so you'll see what I do on both of them. So I've actually put the facing on. The facing's been sewn in now, you can see. So this has been sewn into the front, and you can see before I was actually talking about ease on the corner of this lapel. So that's all been put in now. So I've stitched it, I've bagged it through now, and now I've stitched the actual on the edge. So I've stitched the edge of the jacket to the facing so it doesn't turn through, it doesn't turn over. And now I'm going to the next stage I'm going to do now. I'm actually sitting on my table. A lot of tailors will sit on their table, or they do the tailor stance where they sit down. Sometimes I do that if I've got a couple of hours of hand stitching. I'll probably cross my legs sitting on the table. I've got I'm sitting on the actual my workbench now. I've got my one leg crossed over the other, so it's just easier. It's good for my back as well, actually, because I don't have to crouch over. So now I'm gonna I work from the right side. I've seen this great trouser tailor show me this method, and I always do it now. A lot of people sewers they'll actually sew from the wrong side. You can see this is the wrong side, and they'll just kind of gauge roughly where the seam is actually inside. You can see that now. I don't do that. That's why this great trouser tailor who taught me pure bespoke trouser making, showing me this way, and I always do it for all my jackets as well. So now this is going to be folded. This lapel is going to be folded back there. So this will be finished. So we said always my flaps of jackets or flaps of trousers, what I was going to do. So that always based it on the right side, how it's going to finish, because you can actually see how it's going to finish. And this is what I do. So usually I'll get a little jug of little water. Let me just try and find that for you 1 second. Okay, I've got this little mini cup. You can see this, so cute. And I put my water in there, and I'll just dab my finger in there, and I use this to roll my seams. So that's what I do. They'll use a lot of times just use their saliva, but I think that's not very nice. Anyway, so I use see this little cup with just water, and then I'll use the tip of my finger, and I'll use that. Can you see? Use it. So I'll just use it on my left and use that to roll over the seam, and there we go. And I'm working on the right side, so this is a good tip for you, some of you sewers. Try and, if you can, do it from the right side. Then you can actually see how it's going to finish, because I'll use the wrong side. I don't do that, so I'll roll it from the right side, how it's going to finish, so you can actually see how it's going to finish, everyone. So you can actually see, because you're kind of guessing on the right side, you're just seeing how it's rolling over the seam. But if you do it from the right side, you'll be able to see the exact finish of it. That's what I'm going to do. You see, I'm just rolling it over. So every so often I'll wet my fingers with inside that little mini cup. See what I'm doing now? So this ensures, this holds the facing and the front edge in place. And at the end, when everything's finished, we'll actually hand stitch it, we call them. Remember, there's many terms they use: top stitching, edge stitching, pick stitching, prick stitching. These are terms they use. So right at the end, when the jacket is finished, we'll do little and stab stitching. So that's the old term. So you'll see what I do. So, and that will actually hold. These tiny little back stitches will hold the front and the facings together, so it won't roll over. So I'm just getting it, dabbing my finger now in the water, and I'm rolling it over. See, just rolling it over a bit of water just helps it, just aids aids in rolling it over nicely, more smoothly. So that's what we're doing. So I'm just rolling the edge just fractionally over. See, I'm working on the right side, and I do this for everything, whether it's trouser pockets, it's flaps of jackets, lapels of jackets. I always do this. So there's a little method you'll learn along the way from your teachers, or these masters in the trade. So I've learned from 5 master bespoke tailors, and I've got my own little system for doing things now. But I observe them, copy them. You assimilate, you absorb and assimilate things, and then you kind of create your own little systems along the way then. And this is what I do when I'm teaching as well. I encourage my students to get their own individual kind of mark on things. Of course, they'll assimilate and absorb what I'm teaching them, but later on they'll just get their own little system, and this is what I encourage. So now I'm doing these 2 jackets for you now. I've got a lot of work to do because I'm delayed opening my boutique, and I've got to make another 8 to 10 dresses for that. You'll see in the next few months me finishing off those dresses. And I've got these jackets I've got to make, and also I'm trying to get into my teaching in-house courses. So I'm trying to establish more students from us abroad to come to my courses. You may have seen my great student Grok from New York. He's originally from Detroit, but he's lived in New York. Kind of that's where he's made his home. So basically, he was great. He was here for 8 weeks, and he's got up to a professional standard. So he actually enrolled in 3 courses. So now he's reached a professional standard, and he's got his clients already now. He's got 1 client. He's going to be making shirts, suits, waistcoats, trousers. So it's all coming on my course. So there we have it. So yes, I've got a lot of things in the pipeline I've got to do, and hopefully I'll document everything for you, so it's good that you can see what I do. But I'm trying to concentrate more on my teaching side of it as well, and I'm relaunching my online course, which is one of the most in-depth comprehensive courses ever produced on dressmaking. It's draping and dressmaking, and it's so cheap, and you get up to 1 year. You get 6 months free help and support, and you've got the option to have 12 months of help and support as well. And that's what I'm trying to do. Right, okay, that's finished now. So I'm giving you little glimpses into how I do things, whether it's from couture dressmaking, draping, pattern cutting, making bespoke suits, trousers, waistcoats, shirts, everything. You get a glimpse. And if some of you are really interested in learning, then I do suggest you come on my course. As Grok, he actually went to London College of Fashion. It's a leading fashion college, and they failed him. And last week, just under 2 weeks ago now, I got his refund. I got his full refund back from the college because they knew they were in the wrong. They misled him with the course syllabus. He didn't do what was in. He only done maybe half of the course content. They failed him, and they misled him what the course was all about. And so he found me on YouTube, and he travelled all the way from America and came on my courses. So anyway, there we go. There's a jacket. So you can see I've basted the front now, and this is all ready now. The next I'm going to do here, if I just come down, because I've got my chest camera on, so I've got my chest camera so you can see me actually doing my work. So whether I'm sitting, standing, moving, the camera goes with me. Right, okay, the last thing we're going to do in this section now is, so we'll just go in here now. We're actually going to go inside the jacket, and we're actually going to fold down. See, we don't want this lifting up. Can you see that lifts up? And the lapel as well. So we're going to tack everything down. So I'm going to do I'm going to do what we call like a felling stitch, like a cross stitch. Traditionally I'll do cross stitch. I'm doing a different kind of stitch, and that will be all tacked in there. So this will not lift up. And the same on the lapel here. You can see the facing here. That lifts up there. So this is all going to be tacked down. So I'm going to actually baste this down now. While you're here, I might as well start it so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go along the seam here, and I'll just put it doesn't have to be that short, these stitches, only to hold it in place. You can see what I'm doing. And this ensure when I go in now, that holds it in place, and I'm going to tack this down so this does not move. It just ensures it's more stable. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to carry on with this, everyone, and I'm going to get back to you when this section is finished. Then I'm going to draft a collar for the jacket. So I'll see you as I draft my collar, everyone. So I'll see you very soon. Stay well, be happy, everyone, and ciao for now.